Day 3 of the trip. Pause that. Day 4 of the trip. Day 3 of Colorado. The video is going to say day 4 since we started on the way out here. We are heading to an old ghost town called Summitville. It is on the other side of Wolf Creek Pass. So we're gonna hit the road and take you wandering up the back roads to Summitville. It's a fairly maintained road. It's not anything difficult or technical to get to, but it's a nice drive, and it's a neat town with a neat store. Rain hasn't started yet. It's cool. It's overcast anyway, plus the smoke. But there's still a lot of smoke up the mountains. Gorgeous views though. So we didn't actually meet them, we didn't talk to them, but we saw, they were at the pumps before we got there. We actually had to wait for them to leave, but there's a bluish, purplish JL and red JK Jeeps. That we saw at the gas station. They wound up behind us. They followed us all the way out of Pagosa. We're passing Silver Falls, so we're thinking it would be cool if they would be going to Summitville and we'd meet up with some Jeep folk. Highly doubtful, but that's what we're hoping. So if by some chance the people in the Jeeps ever watch this, you need to go to Summitville with us today. Wolf Creek Pass. Not nearly as hard as it used to be with modern vehicles and having a lot more power and drivability, but it's still a pretty steep pass. Trucks, you have to use low gears, watch your braking going down. Jeep, even though it's got a pretty good engine in it, it's feeling it. A lot of times you see people fly around you like it's not affecting them, but you'll smell their transmissions cooking because they don't know how to drive and they just pedal down and don't seem to really care what they do to their vehicles. But it's very drivable. It's a great scenic view, but don't take it too lightly. It'll still get you if you're not careful. What? Quick stop up at the summit. Which they went ahead and passed us. They didn't stop, which is fine.
Is it fine?
Well, we're probably going to catch up with them as slow as they're going. So, Wolf Creek Summit. A lot of times you'll be up here and see snow. This is not one of those times. Okay, that was fun. Rolling on. Going down. Whee! Turning off of 160 to Summitville. Over the river. Through the woods. To Summitville we go.
18 miles.
Yep, Summitville Mine, 18. Awesome. Looks like there's going to be other people up here this time. It is still busy, but it's nothing like it was the last couple of days. Maybe it's just because it's cool out and nobody's actually out doing anything yet, but it's a whole lot better as far as traffic. As we start Summitville, Jeep says it's 52 degrees. There is actually some water flowing over here. It's not high, it's not like it would be, but it is still moving, so that's really cool to see. If anyone ever wants to fund a trip to come out to Colorado, I will gladly bring you out here and be your tour guide. Just let me know. Won't even charge you. Just, you pay for the trip. This one is pretty rough. I mean, so when I said it was non-technical and maintained, this is non-technical and maintained. It's just like driving on a washboard. And for those viewers who are too young to know what a washboard is, it's rough like this road. A little hard to see, but there's like a marmot. There's two. One went down in the hole. Pretty cool.
Like, it's literally cool. Like, it's chilly.
Yeah, it is. Bye. So you can imagine by the name that Summitville is pretty high up. So I don't know if the video does it justice, but we're climbing pretty good here. I say roads are decent. There's somewhat of a drop off on the sides, depending on where you're at. Still passing people camping. Temperatures starting to be noticeably cooler. Jeep doesn't really show it yet. It says it's 51. Feels cooler than that, but we'll see. (11,500 feet). Gold discovered here, 1870. So we are up here at Summitville.
It's cold.
Really close. It's pretty chilly. The Jeep still says 54, but we don't believe it.
Wind chill.
It may be 54, but with the wind, it feels like it's 40. Nobody else up here. Really peaceful. We're gonna roll on, continue down the road, and see where it leads before we turn around.
Let's roll.
.46 degrees and still climbing. narrow the further we go. But it's still a pretty good road. Not sure where it leads to, but it does appear that it's going to lead out just from different access. I'm thinking, I didn't really research a whole lot because we weren't coming in from that way, but I think this may actually lead us into Del Norte. So either I'm right or I'm wrong, but we're going to find out. 42 degrees and climbing. The wind is probably 30 or below. We saw our first sign. Del Norte is 20 miles, and South Fork and Crystal Lake, well, South Fork is 30 miles this way, and South Fork is before you jump over Wolf Creek, so we're heading back that way. So we've got like 30 miles to get to there. It is really good road though. This is much better than what we were on yesterday, almost completely. So we're just gonna wander and enjoy the sights. We actually have a little bit of snow coming down. It's light, but it's starting. That is awesome. So we are 20 plus miles, 30 miles probably. Yeah, we're probably 20 plus, 25, 28 miles away from pretty much anybody other than like a stray, like a camper, like a tent camper or something here or there. But there's not much up here. Road's good. Jeep says 44 right now, wind chills colder, but we are in the mountains with snow in September. Colorado in the snow. Not expected, but man, we are not going to complain. Still fairly high as far as elevation. It's cool. Snow is, I don't know how much it's going to stick because it is warmer, has been warmer, but it hits and it's not thawing. At least even up here on the road, it's not thawing out like we thought it would. I hope it shows on camera.
It doesn't show too well, but it's there. When nature calls, you do what you gotta do, even though it's cold. Nope, don't go that bad.
This is the first time we've been here. We just stumbled across it on this road.
Fish just jumped out of the water.
This is a really good spot. If you're gonna come enjoy this view though, don't be one of these people. There's not a lot down here, but there shouldn't be anything. So don't spoil the wilderness. And don't make other people bag out your trash. Now we have sleet. We're gonna come down.
Look over here. Yikes. She just looking for rock? No. Yeah, some rock.
It's always good to be respectful of truck drivers, but especially in these situations, you got a lot of weight going down a steep hill. So if you had any issues whatsoever, then you'd be utilizing one of these runaway truck ramps that nobody wants to use. We didn't get video of it, but a black Lexus SUV not only passed us, they passed us in the Jeep and the truck, but they passed us starting in across a double yellow line, starting into an S curve, like a blind curve. If anybody would have been coming, it would not have been good. And they took a very long time to get back over into their lane. So cannot stress enough, if you're gonna drive like an idiot, don't come out here. Preferably, if you're gonna drive like an idiot, don't drive. That would be awesome. So, and not specifically speaking to any of yours, because if you're watching us, then you're probably really cool. But if you see any idiots, yeah, tell them to stop being idiots. Back on 160, we've already been back over Wolf Creek. We're just like 5 miles or so out of Pagosa. The road that we were on, so we turned off at 160 and went up 18 miles to Summitville, and then we kept on moving on past there just to see where the road goes. And it actually looped around, as you saw, kind of decent road, but it actually looped around and met up with the road that took us back to South Fork. But grand total, that was like 60 miles of back road driving, and it took us right back up to 160, which was, what do we say, 5.5 or 6 miles. Like the one turn off where we started is like 5.5 or 6 miles from where we ended up. So to go less than 6 miles, we drove like 60, but it was really cool. And now we're getting back into Pagosa. We need to discover and obtain some taco sauce, because it is Tuesday and we're going to continue with our Taco Tuesday thing. Our and everyone else's, but we do Taco Tuesday, and it's Tuesday, so we're having tacos. Got a problem with it? I didn't think so. But we need taco sauce, so that's next. We're at Natural Grocers. I haven't been here before, so I just felt like coming here, just because. We are getting rice, taco sauce, and then we're going to split up, and for maximum $10, we are going to get something awesome, and we don't know what it is. So here we go. We're in Natural Grocers. We have not as hot salsa and some cheap-ish.
This is rice pilaf.
Okay, that's rice pilaf. Take two. We have Spanish rice. So now, for the fun of what we're doing here, since we've never been here before, we have $10 a piece to buy snacks or something for the other person, and It can be one thing, multiple things. It has to be $10 or less before tax. Go. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get?
What should we get? Dog food. I think he'd like dog food. Taste of the wild. Above budget. Keep looking.
Chips? Popcorn. No, she does not like popcorn.
Okay, I'm back to ice cream. I just don't know what kind. There's so many.
Use your choice.
Okay, no on the ice cream. We're gonna try something else. Let's see what we can find.
Looking.
Chocolate milk. Just passed him and he has a full cart already. We're in trouble. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That was close. She almost saw me. I'm not sure what I'm at. I think I'm getting close. Everywhere I turn, there she is. Yep. Perfect. When she doesn't want it, I get it. Should have got a cart. $70.
You got it.
Well, I'm done. She's not. What did she get? What did she get?
Not you.
The reveal.
Enlightenment.
Yerba mate.
But you are now enlightened. It's enlightenment.
Next.
Cinnamon donut holes. And organic
Gluten-free.
chocolate.
Okay. I'm okay with this. I'm not sure at this.
I just thought it was
But-
like enlightenment.
Yes, I did need some enlightenment. Okay. Mine, I got you. I think I won, actually.
I still had $1 left.
I had more than that. I was $8.70 with tax.
Oh, okay.
So you have sea salt, thin and crispy chips.
Good.
You have gummy bears.
Oh.
You have a Cliff Bar,
No,
chocolate chunk.
just sea salt. I like sea salt. It's salty.
You have a mint cream truffle. And you have a Vermont turkey stick.
Honey mustard.
Yes. And that way, if you don't like that one, I get it. So I really win twice.
There were so many things. I almost did that.
There were a lot of things in there. It was actually not a bad store. You go, Natural Grocers.
I failed at recording my finish, but I had $9. Just so everyone knows.
$8.70 with tax.
Rude.
We are back. It is time for tacos and a whole lot of video editing and probably some work for me. Because even though you're on vacation, you're always like away from work. So this is probably the end of the adventure roaming part of the day. Of course, making tacos could be an adventure. But until next time, which is tomorrow, don't miss it. We're going to Silverton and Animas Forks.
And who else?
Probably somewhere
Where
else.
else? Not who else. Oops. Bye.
So, bye. We have deer right on the road. Look at that. Look how calm they are. All right, ready? Don't mind us. We're just driving by. Thank you.